Hey Cancers, welcome to your reading for August. I hope you are doing well. I hope you had a great birthday season overall and had a great time on your birthday itself. But yeah, we're in Leo season already, so we kind of sort of waved goodbye to the ocean and trying to sort of ground ourselves back in, this fire energy. So I'm sensing, because we just had this new moon in Leo like a couple hours ago, and Jupiter just went retrograde in our 10th house. Well, for my Cancerian risings, sometimes I forget because I'm a Sun and Cancer rising, so like for me it's always the same. So but anyways, August. All right, so I am really sensing that this is one of those months where if it got to go, it will go. If it has to change, it shall change. If you want to try something new, you will definitely feel the push to like try it. And so there's no like hiding and there's no like delaying or trying to look at it from different angles still, or certain things that you may have kind of knew was coming, you felt it coming, you just didn't know really when or how. This is one of those months where clarity comes, and from there on you move into this new chapter. So there are certain moments in life where you look back upon, it's like, okay, that's the moment, or that's the summer where this changed, and that's the moment where this went differently. That's when I chose to like move. That's when I chose to like leave my job, or where I got fired and I had to like look for something else. And then like we all have those chapters in the life where we can now like look back on and think, okay, that was a summer where this changed, or that was a winter where I felt this, and then that happened, and like like that. And I'm sensing that this August will, and like July and this August, basically they're sort of a little bit mixed together in energy. It's just like whatever took place and started to boil up towards the surface during Cancer season, this is like the action side, right, from it. Like when you make the to-do list, that's one side, but when you start actually crossing things off your to-do list, that's when the action comes in. And I feel August will be a very action orientated energy for us. So where it's like, what's, you can't really find any comfort in either procrastinating something or delaying something or having something delayed. Like normally maybe it can feel a little bit soothing of like, okay, I know I have to deal with it, but I don't have to deal with it right now just yet, so it's okay, you can get used to it. But then here it is, and for some of us this is something that we might have already knew 2-3 years ago, and we needed those 2-3 years in order to like really get to a stage where, okay, this next 6 months we're going to change this is what we're going to do. This month I will make a beginning. This time it's a time. It's like that's what I'm sensing in our energy. It's not always easy, because for some of us it really is an ending that we were prolonging or we're trying to prevent from happening, because there's feelings and investment involved. Like there's this belief, an intention involved, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be there. Because as a Cancer, when the Cancer loses hope and faith in a situation, it's like it's done. So okay, so that's something that I'm sensing this month. So let it just sink in a little bit. There's no need to like stress out about it or whatever, because whatever is meant to happen is going to happen. It's gonna come, but you got this, and it's here to serve you. It's only here to serve you down the line. It is that moment that in a couple months from now you look back upon this month, or you look back upon this period that's coming, where you're like, okay, I was really freaked out in the beginning, or I was really uncomfortable, or I was really afraid that maybe this or that. But now I'm actually glad, because it got me out of that and got me that clarity and it got me that guidance. And I actually finally feel good again. Like I feel that I'm healing. I feel like I'm moving forward. I feel like I'm transforming something within myself. And I'm feeling this next chapter has much more air to breathe and much more space to create, and that's what I'm feeling. So it's not always comfortable, and that's okay to not be that comfortable with it. But you are very fierce, very strong, very powerful, very, what can I say, fucking resilient. There's nothing you can't heal or transform through. So remember that all the feelings and emotion that can come with things that you don't necessarily want, but know that deep down that you might need. There comes emotions with it. Let them just be there, because they won't feel as intense each and every single day. They will just be moments. Let the moment pass. Let them be there, and understand that even on a spiritual journey, real human emotions come at play, because we are here, souls having a human experience, right? So the less you're trying to take it out on yourself, that those feelings and things might be there at times, the sooner they will sort of get in line, right? While you're moving. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay. Whew, it's a lot. Okay, it's a lot. We have heart awakening and we have devotion. Okay, beautiful. So we have Krishna is coming through and Lady Nada is here as well. So beautiful combination of energy of they're saying trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. All right, and it came with awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. So that's like, it really has to do with like getting that communication from the universe, from spirit, from God, from Buddha, from, Allah, like whoever, whatever label you're most comfortable with. It's that energy that you feel connected to, when it comes to like your higher self energy. And that energy outside of yourself, but that's your guidance. And I'm feeling that clear guidance and energy coming through, that connection. And that's where you gain your strength from, and that's where you walk by faith and not by sight. And that is practice. Practice is needed with that, but you're getting a lot of recognition from making certain decisions that your 3D self might actually put some self-guilt up on. It's like, I feel bad about saying no, or I feel bad about leaving this, or I feel bad because, this and that, and I feel responsible for this, and I wish I could do it, but it's like, it's taking so much from me, and it's like, I don't want nobody thinking about me this way, or it's like, all these things, I totally get it. It's like, the priestess is here, beautiful, and trust your niggle. Trust the niggle is what they're saying. Trust your magical, intuitive knowing. This is not just a sense or a sign. It's a knowing. It's an inner knowing, and you knew this, and you know it's time, and you know you can do this, and you know you deserve this, and you know that it will take you to a new pathway, and will take you into a new chapter that is worth investing into. You're worth it. So they're saying, what is niggling feeling trying to tell you? What is it trying to tell you? Also, when it comes to the high priestess, she's saying, how are you being called, or asking, how are you being called to step up and lead? Leo energy is about leading. This is your second house energy. It's like, how do we move from point A to B? How do we get there? How do we move forward? So, yeah, you need to trust your magical powers. Like, you have magical powers. As a Cancerian, you are the magical mother of the zodiac. You have the ability to go beyond. Just go beyond. And it doesn't only come from the inside. It comes from a combination of what's on the inside and what's on the outside, right? It's like, what do you see around you and what do you feel within? What do you feel within and what then you see around you, feel around you, and what do you see within? It's like putting both perspectives together, bringing in that balance. I'm sensing that some unhealthy observation of yourself, of behavior, some judgment, some guilt, some of those low frequency energies that have developed over the time have kept you from people recognizing your light. Your light is still your light. Your abilities are still your abilities. Your magic is still your magic. You just stopped really believing in it. And something of an earthly energy, a human emotion, whether it's jealousy or it's guilt or it's hurt or it's grief or it's pain, like a human emotion that just happens sometimes, can take over and sort of put a blockage onto something that you can never lose. It's just sometimes it gets blocked, it gets hidden, right? That's the same thing with like the sun. The sun always comes up each and every single day. It comes up. That's always there, and until we are still existing on this earth with breathing, and it will come up. Do we always get to see the sun each and every single day? I mean, some people live in a very lucky, beautiful place where they can say yes to that, but no. A lot of times it's cloudy and we can't see the sun. Well, we can see the light shining through, but we can't necessarily feel its heat. But it's always there. It's always there. Like, you are always there. Your intuition is always there. Your magic is always there. Your strength is always there. Your resilience is always there. Your transformation is always happening. It's always there. So I'm sensing that this devil energy, it's like you just lost faith in the stability. Like, you lost faith in the practical things in life. That's where it comes from. It came from practical things. It came from misunderstanding in a really important relationship. It came from losing a job. It came from losing a sense of income. It came from losing something that in the physical realm you were counting on, and it was taken away, or for some reason it wasn't there, or it felt like everything was upside down. And that's where the blockage came from, towards the spiritual, towards the emotional, towards the soul connection. But you're clearing that energy out. And to clear that energy out, you have to do the thing that is not your natural instinct, to say, hey, I'm a mother, so my children or people come first. I love nurturing and sometimes even pleasing the people. It's just a natural part of being a Cancer. And some people are like, have great support in their chart for the rest, and they're way better at balancing that stuff out. But a lot of times there's very unhealthy patterns. Then honestly, it just gets you there sometimes because you feel the responsibility in that way. So then there comes a moment where it's so loud and it's so in your face that you can't ignore it anymore. And then you make the change, because you do. It's not like you go on and on and on and on. Like, there is a moment where you're like, hold up, wait a minute. This ain't the way to go about this. This is not healthy. Not for the other person, because I see the other person is actually becoming way too independent, depending on this. And I can continue doing this. So it's like, you will come into the realization, and it will just open new doors for you again. It will just open new doors for you again. You have the Four of Cups, very, very highly active. You don't necessarily have to have all this faith and understanding at this moment in time. It's there, but it's clouded. It's there because you can only see what's right in front of you and the options that are right in front of you, and you just don't really see how that's gonna work out. That's okay, because the moment where you're like, you know what, but I'm gonna try anyway. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm getting up and I'm moving forward. That's the moment where the universe will show you, oh yeah, sorry, forgot to tell you that this is actually where we're going. And then you're like, oh my gosh, but it needed for you to get up and stop focusing on these 3 cups and actually, walking towards this other cup that's still available. So you don't know exactly what is coming in. So for example, sometimes it has to do with love. If you invest a lot of the time and there's a situation with another person, I know it's not perfect, and yes, it's flawed, but it is what you know, and it is what you've invested in. You trust that person, and you couldn't not see yourself being this in love, being disconnected, feeling this safe around another person, even if you know that it's never going to grow beyond what it is, and it can only kind of sort of retreat and then come back a little, but it never can extend over that. But you're willing to sacrifice for the feeling, because thinking that that's the only option. And sometimes that breaks your own heart over and over and over again, because that feeling of maybe never feeling that way again, or not knowing or not seeing that you could ever feel that way again about someone, that's what's breaking your heart. That's what makes you feel restless. That's what makes you feel like the 3 cups, like we're staring at. Like I I couldn't see it. I don't know. Like, I don't even know. Like, you know, that energy. But then you do. And it's even more intense. And then you're like, my mind is not always right. It can be very convincing, but you didn't know for a reason. So you always do, okay? You just always do. But there's work involved in getting that cup, and to be able to physically see it appear in your life, whether it's in form of a new love, of a new job, of a new source of income, of a new way of, like, you know, getting yourself to that goal you want to reach. It's just not always visible, and don't get lost in the hype of thinking that that's all you are ever gonna get, because that's not completely realistic, but very, very, very like normal that you might feel that way at times. It's all good, but the Hierophant says, like, listen, have a little faith in me, okay? Like, have just a little faith. It's like, I don't know, but I have faith, and so as long as I have that, it's all good, because I know that there's this inner knowing within me that's telling me everything is going to be okay, even if you can't see it. Doesn't mean you have to be all delusional about it, you know. But there is a middle ground. And that doesn't mean you're not allowed to feel the sadness or the depression or the emotions that come with that. With feeling a little bit lost, or feeling really, really lost, or feeling really hurt. That's normal. As long as you're like, I'm allowing myself to feel however I feel. And I'm not going to put this energy on myself of thinking that I have to sort of make up all the reasons why I'm feeling this way, or that there's no future out there for me. Because there is, but it doesn't mean that in this here, in this present moment, I'm feeling real human emotions and real feelings, and that's all good. So you're working through it, and it comes in stages. Let's see what else comes up for you. 5 of Wands. At least not going down without a fight, though. But look at that, 6 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Don't back down in thinking that because we're in Leo season we have to do it all by ourselves. That's not the way to go. It's all about collaboration, about making things work and flow together, about looking at your own needs, looking at the others, putting them on the table, communicating about them, being diplomatic about it, being understanding about it, having an open mind about it. And the thing is that a lot of helpful people are around the corner. There's help on its way, and maybe in that you can actually create a new opportunity once again. But I'm seeing like money and stuff is coming through. You have a beautiful Strength card, and that's amazing, Cancer. Like, it's really amazing because it fell right on the Devil, and the only way to cancel out the Devil energy is the Strength card. You know, it really is a Strength card. The resilience energy, and it came together with the Queen of Wands. I really, really needed this reading myself as well, just as much as you maybe, you know. If you end up on this reading, there's probably something hiding in there for you, but it's about we can breathe, okay? There's air on its way to us. There's air on its way to us. It's beautiful. It is. It's such transformation. It's uncomfortable, but it has a lot of beautiful things to offer. So you're not doing it for nothing. You're getting that cosmic break, Cancer. You say, when I lean on the fate of the universe, peace becomes real. I told you that fate. Have a little faith. Have a little faith in me. Is the universe coming true. Beautiful. And the owl is such a spirit animal, man. All right. When I lean on the fate of the universe, peace becomes real. It's like, regardless of what I'm going through, I still can create that safe space and a peaceful space for me to move through those emotions, work with it, have those conversations and receive the guidance from it, and then I move forward. So don't lose faith in the universe, but you can lose a little bit of, like, you know, your way. That's okay. That's okay. Whatever you're going through. This might be for some of you, you already worked through this. You're a little couple steps forward, you know. That's okay, because, you know, energy is fluid, and for some of us it's like this month, for others, you know, it was like 2 months ago. But what I'm sensing is that this month, yes, things are in movement. So it's very beautiful. Okay, so I'm sensing that the first 2 weeks, it's like finding your way. And then after that full moon in Aquarius, it's like when things are really like either being eclipsed. Well, the full moon energy is like sort of taking things out of the occasion. Like the options you were kind of sort of looking at no longer will be an option, and something will probably be the main option, and it's like more clear. We are working our ways up towards the new moon in Virgo on the 27th of August. It's like the end, and that will be in the third house if you are Cancer rising, of course. But it's just third house energy overall, connecting to the fifth house energy. So going with that flow, fifth and sixth energy. It's one day at a time, one step at a time, one conversation at a time. And if you are allowing yourself to do the work in that way, you'll get there. You're going to be there. And have fun, all right? Have a little fun. Just a little. We still have a Venus in our sign, so, you might surprise yourself this month. But invest in that. If you feel like I really, really, really want to get my hair done, go and get your hair done, okay? Or if you like, I really just want to get a nice pedicure, and then I want a foot rub, and I just want to treat myself, go treat yourself, okay? If you want to spend all in the morning just doing the most, okay, like taking a bath and putting on a mask, and I don't know, doing a face steam sauna thing, and anything, like do it for yourself, because it will definitely help you with this energy. This can come in many things. This can be like, I want to start drinking lemon water for a week just to invest in myself, and every time I'm drinking, I notice I'm doing something for me, for my health, and putting that energy and effort. It doesn't have to only be on the physical realm. It could be on the spiritual. But doing stuff for yourself, investing while Venus is in your sign, is just really good, because it attracts abundance, okay? Not only in money, but also in other ways. All right, I love you, Cancer. We got this, okay? It's gonna be a long, I don't know. Hell has to freeze over, if that's the way they say it, right? For a Cancer to actually say, I quit, I give up. No. We're so resilient. Like, even if we lose our arms or whatever, it just grows back, okay? So don't underestimate your healing powers. You really do have them. So I love you. You got this. And I will be back soon. Bye, Cancer.